Yo, what's up, everybody? My name's Krizu, and I'm with Norman again. Hi, Norman.
Hello.
And today we're showing off our it's an L Nuke. This is a 100 L Nuke. It's not actually very complicated once you get down to everything. Um, so when you're using this, you're actually not going to want to use this cannon. It's pretty AIDS wiring. Like I kind of just whipped this cannon up, so like the wiring's pretty bad as you can see. But Uh, if you do want to use this, or if you're just testing, whatever. So on the first shot, like, you just want to do a number one shot. So when you want to do that, you want to flick all the levers to off. So as you can see, there are quite a lot of levers because it's pretty bad wiring. But is that all? That all, Norman?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let me just copy the sand. It's probably like the 100th time I've done it, but okay, cool. So now that all the levers are off, we can just do our one shot. Got some red sand, and fire. Cool. As you can see, the hole's pretty AIDS, but it's because we only have a little bit of scatter here. It's not very important, like the scatter, because the next shot is pretty swag. So now we're gonna L nuke. So we pretty much gonna have everything on, all these levers on, and I also have signs like on all the levers, like what they do. And I'll get down onto how this cannon is working after I do this. Is that all the levers? Yep, I
I
believe
think.
so. Yep. Cool. Ooh, my thing's rendering very slowly, but as you can see, I made a big fat L in their walls. This is a nice cannon if you want to like piss someone off when you raid them. Yeah. So let me just cannon through all these walls, make an L in all of them. Well, cool. So we're through all the walls now. And it's made an L in every single one of them, as you can see. The only thing with this cannon that kind of sucks is on the very last wall, unless you like backstack or something, I don't know, you can't really make an L. But yeah, so that's it, going through all the walls. Okay, so for those of you who aren't aware on how nuking or slab busting or tunneling even works, this will be a quick explanation. Just a cool note. On One Shot MC, there's a cool feature you can do. If I take an anvil, and in it I put a dispenser, and I rename it to multi 100 like that, it will now fire out 100 TNT. Like if I fill it with TNT, you can also do it and fill it with sand, and it will like drop out 100 sand. But yeah. So we have 100 TNT here and 100 TNT here. As you can see, this is on 4 ticks, and so is this. But this is on 4 ticks, like so 1 4-tick repeater, and this is on 4 1-tick repeaters. So this one has more repeaters than this one, but it's in the same tick. So what actually happens in Minecraft is this one here goes off in the same tick, but later in the tick. Well, that's what we say. It goes off later in the tick because of the fact that it has more repeaters. Actually, how about we do it like this? And do it like this. So we're going to get more velocity. Oh, actually, no, we can't do that. Never mind. We can do it like that. So if I fill this, since this is going off earlier in the tick than this one, this is actually going to push all of the TNT in here forwards. So yeah, so I'll just show you what happens. As you can see, we get a nice tunnel like this. Now, another way you can actually do it is instead of using like 4 1-tick repeaters, you can actually just do a comparator because it actually does like pretty much the same thing. So if I do it like this, fill this up, I should have filled. As you can see, they both tunnel exactly the same. So using comparators instead of repeaters is just like a more compact way of doing this. Okay, so now on our cannon, here is the propulsion for both the nukes. Here is the right nuke, which is what makes the bottom of the L. And here is the upwards nuke, which is what makes the up of the L. So as you can see, this is on repeaters, and so is this. Oh, sorry, this is on comparators, and so is this. And our propulsion is going 8 ticks after the hammer, and so are both of our nukes. So here's 2 ticks, plus 8, 2, plus 8. So this is on the same tick as this, except with comparators, so it's later in the sequence. And so is this, so 4, 6, 8 after the hammer, and with comparators. So pretty much this right nuke, which is what makes the bottom of the L, is on the same tick as this and this, except these two are with comparators, so they'll nuke like what we just saw before. Okay, so that's all great and all, but what actually makes the upwards nuke go up and the right nuke go right? Well, the upwards nuke can be easily explained. Here is our nuke propulsion coming in here. So this is here in this guider. So when it comes out, it's going to be here. And our upwards nuke comes in here, falls down here, comes on this guider, and then it's on this guider. So when it comes in, it's going to be here. So as you can see, the upwards nuke is 1 block above the nuke propulsion. So when it tunnels, it will tunnel upwards like that. But how come the right nuke goes right? Well, for those of you who do not know, falling sand and prime TNT aren't actually full blocks as entities. In reality, they're 0.98 times 0.98 times 0.98 of a block. So if we come down here, this is what our like sand like this looks like in the block. It's a full block. So just imagine our chunk is a block. And this is what our entity, our falling sand, looks like. So as you can see, it's not actually a full block. It's got a little bit of room. It's got a bit of breathing space around it. So what we can do, we can actually align this sand to one side or the other. As you can see, right now it's aligned to this side and this side. So if we come into our barrel, where I have our right nuke, it gets pushed by this booster to this side of this block. But the nuke propulsion is on the left side. So the nuke propulsion is on the left side, but the right nuke is on the right side. So when it tunnels, because they're on the same tick but with comparators here and repeaters here, when it tunnels, it's actually a tiny bit to the right of the nuke propulsion. So that's what makes it go rightwards. Okay, so now that we understand the alignment and the timing of all the entities, how are we achieving our nice L in the wall? Well, since the first wall is got a one-shot hole in it, we are left with this wall. Now, the power here and this booster here are both quick pulsed and double pulsed. So here is a quick pulse, and here's the second pulse, and here is the other quick pulse, and here is the other double pulse. So what happens is this quick pulse will make everything dispense, but it will cut the redstone signal very quickly. And then this lets us have the second pulse come in and power the power again. So what we achieve is two powers, one going off 8 ticks after, and this booster will push it here into this block, and it will blow up twice. In the first shot, we have this first booster, the first shot of this booster going off 2 ticks earlier, which will push the sand into here, and we have the slab bust here pushed by this piston and by this booster here, and then we have the hammer which will get pushed. So in the first shot we have our hammer, our sand, and our slab bust, and what that will do is it will come, break this slab, stack up to whatever height, where is it? Stack up to this height, yeah, this height. And then in our second explosion, we have our nuke propulsion, our right nuke, and our upwards nuke coming in. And what they do, so here's our nuke propulsion, and here's our upwards nuke, and our right nuke is in with the nuke propulsion, except it's aligned to the right, unlike these two. So when this explodes, this nuke propulsion, the upwards nuke will nuke upwards, and it will go like that, and our right nuke will nuke rightwards like that. And then what will also happen is through the sand stack, the second wall will get one shot, everything's gone, so we're left with an L and a one-shotted wall, and it doesn't clip, as you can see. So that's pretty much how it works. Another question some of you may have is, how come we have such a massive right nuke, but we have such a small upwards nuke? Or not small, but reasonably sized. Well, if we come down here, what I've done, so this is our nuke propulsion, the redstone blocks. It is aligned to the left, and the TNT is the right nuke. So imagine they're just like together. The right nuke is aligned to the right, the nuke propulsion is aligned to the left, but you can see it's only like a tiny bit of difference in here between the nuke propulsion and the right nuke. Whereas if we come here, due to our guider, our upwards nuke and our nuke propulsion have a full block difference between each other. That means that the nuke propulsion will give more velocity to the upwards nuke than it will to the right nuke. That means we have to add more right nuke so we get a longer distance for the right nuke. Otherwise, our L would look something like that, and that looks kind of ridiculous. So for all the players on Archon and other servers that will have the whole the clip jetting issue with TNT cannons, this cannon will not be able to work on those servers if they have like the water lava walls, because we have to have our sand stack there as a backboard for our nukes to go off on. So that means the water's going to flow off the sand stack and it's going to come and gen that annoying clip. So unfortunately this will not work on Archon or other servers like that if they have water lava walls. One thing that occurred to me as I was building this cannon is we have to have this piston here. Well, there might be another way to do it, I don't know, but this is how I did it. We put this piston here, and what it does is, if I come here, this will open up and it will hold for a while. It will open up, and the upwards nuke will all fall into this block, and this will close again. So when the first explosion of this booster goes off, this upwards nuke won't get like blown all the way freaking up here, and like blow up in there somewhere. And so then when the second explosion comes, it will still be there, and it will push and it will come out. And also, likewise for the nuke propulsion, it's going to come here, but as you can tell, the first explosion will cause it to like go flying all the way up in here. So to stop that, I put this piston here, and this goes off just a little bit before the first explosion. Okay, so that's the end of the video. For anybody who wants this cannon, if you want to do a raid with it, or if you want to see how it's working or how I've timed everything, it'll be on the One Shot MC Skim Shop. If you do Skim Shop View Krizu like that, it will come up. Here's my 240 floating barrel from the last video. It will be in here too. Also, I'll have a link to a schematic download in the description. And yeah, so this is the 100 L Nuke. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I feel like that's so corny to say, right? Anyway, so like, comment, subscribe. Again, I'll be releasing some cool cannons in the future alongside RPG Norman. And yeah, thank you everybody.